as we're in the world of OCG site loves to break whenever they release a ban list, people posted the images. So let's get into it and let's talk about their new forbidden and limited list. And as you can see, the site is currently erroring because there's so much traffic, but luckily we have an image from the comments. Thankfully, people can get in super easily. So first off, we have Artifact Siphon Summon Limit forbidden in the OCG. TCG, we've had these banned for quite some time. For us, for Summon Limit was recently back in Snake Eye format, and Artifact Scythe was back in 2023. So realistically, those are fine bans, and honestly, I'm completely fine with that. Is that the limit? Oh yeah, those are the cards, and now we have the limited cards. We have Sword Ryziel and D-Shifter. Sword Ryziel is definitely a good hit with the X limit that they have in Bonfire to 1, so it lessens the amount of copies of starters that they have, weakening the deck to a near low tier 1 to tier 2 status, and also putting Dimension Shifter to 1 and is very, very huge. D-Shifter to 1 is definitely something that the TCG does need to do, but hitting it to 1 because of Malice as of recent is very big. Overall, that's definitely a good limit as it went from 2 to 1, but overall, starting on the limits is very strong. Next up, we have Malice Dormouse and 7th Tachyon. Dormouse is the starter of the deck that you always want to get to, so limiting this card is definitely understandable. And honestly, I definitely agree with it in the OCG sense because of how strong the deck is. And also 7th Tachyon going down to 1, this is just another reinforcement of the army for every single deck, so putting it to 1 definitely needed, as once it's used up, it's gone. Sad to say to the people who used it for the intended purposes is quite sad. Maybe they could ban it on the next list and bring back Catapult Turtle. That would definitely be something funny to say for that. And then that grass looks greener. I think this was at 2 for the OCG, maybe 3. I'm not too certain. Let me double check that. It was at 2 in the OCG, and they finally hit it down to 1. This definitely hurts the Malice 60 card pile that's been going around, that has been topping here and there. Also does hurt a lot of other pile decks as well. So that's absolutely fine in my book because of those exact reasons, because pile decks, they want to try now and move away from it, as I'm trying to pull up a list for, I think it was from one of the recent tournaments that happened, or maybe the Road to the King overview for the format, because I remember seeing a 60 card Malice list. Yeah, the 60 card Malice list of running double grass, double thrust. They're probably going to run the third one in the main now because of it. Overall, losing 1 starter and also 1 copy of grass is very huge. So definitely have to say that that's definitely a good limit. And then semi-limits, we have Cyberjar and Pearly Sleepy Memory. Cyberjar and Sleepy Memory are both going from 1 to 2, which is absolutely fine because we've had Sleepy at 2 for so long, and I could see it going to 3 finally in the CCG, and with Delicious Memory as well. I'm trying to remember what Delicious Memory is at for both sides because it's been so long that I've looked, but putting Sleepy to 2 is absolutely fine. Cyberjar to 2 is also fine. They have 3 Delicious Memories, so expect these to go to 3 on the next list, so honestly, that's absolutely fine. Afterwards, we are going into the unlimits, being Fire King Avatar High Kieran and Performer Pal Monkey Board. Fire King hasn't been doing much in the OCG, but that's a good needed boost. And then Performer Pal Monkey Board going to 3, that's fine, especially nowadays. We have Chronograph Sorcerer and Masterpiece. Chronograph, I think they only have Astrograph at 1 now, along with Electromite. But other than that, that's absolutely fine. Masterpiece hasn't seen any play, so it's absolutely fine. Morphing Jar to 3 from 2, that's fine. And Snatch Steal to 3, that's fine. And Zodiac Barrage to 3, that's also fine. That's a lot of clearing off on the OCG list, I could tell you that much. They just want to take off as much stuff as possible. So overall, what do I get from this? This definitely hurts Ryzeal a lot because they lost another searcher plus 2 starters or 2 extra cards for their deck, and Malice is losing 2 starters only, and also Shifter, and if you're running the 6-card version, 1 grass. So this matches with TCG now that we both have 1 grass. But overall, it's very, very interesting. Dimension Shifter was telegraphed because the Exorcister Tactical Tri-Deck. And overall, how do I feel about this list? Clean up. It's mostly just them cleaning up a couple cards that should have been banned already, plus hitting the top decks, so Blue Eyes is better. So overall, it's a good list. And I want to know what you guys think on the OCG list, because this is probably a complete precursor to what the TCG list could be. Probably we could see a Shifter hit, maybe something related to Hurley's coming off the list, and maybe a couple slight hits to Malice and Ryzeal. But we'll have to wait and see on that, because this is very hard to telegraph. But anyways, I've been Bolt Spider. I hope you guys did enjoy, and see you all in the next video.